Thank you everyone for the support. I really appreciate everything. And I hope that 2025 will be the best year for me. I hope so. Well, I can't expect anything good or anything bad because until I see it. Only the me, only myself of 2025 will ever know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen because I'm probably talking here from the past. This is funny, but I'm here talking from the past and I don't know anything of what's going on, what will happen to 2024. So you, Maty of 2025, happened something interesting? Let me know in the video the how was my 2025.
Hey everyone, my name is Maty Recret, and today this is my last video of 2025. So will be a new session of how it was my 2025. All right, I really was expecting. I thought it could be worse, but no, it was very better than last year. Let's face it, last year for me was awful because it was everything, like it was all drama basically in 2024. Anyways guys, let's get started because I'm so excited to tell everything that what I have to go through this year. January. The month started off slowly, but things began to lock up. And even better still, it felt like a dawn of a new world. That morning light came after everything you've been through, and I found myself interacting more positively with the group of Raf invited me to join back in December of 2024. I focused on them to stay happy and lived in the moment. I no longer had to rely on one specific person to tell me what to do or deal with their drama. After all that, I decided to travel to another city just to clear my mind and leave the past behind. But it didn't last long. I had to return and my dad had to pick up extra shift, so I couldn't rely on anyone. It came down to either renting a cabin or staying out in the countryside. Ultimately, I decided it was best to get back to and start working. I might just need something minimal, but I need to improve my financial situation. Now, in February, I returned from the city where I would spend my vacation because I needed to get back to making videos and working on pending projects like Season 3 and a few other videos that I had to finish. So all of February, I was fully focused on working and making money. There wasn't much of new that month, except for some recurring issues with that person I mentioned before. Meanwhile, I started having more calls with someone that has been for 3 years that I met him. However, he's generally worth friends with. I mean, back in time, by the way, he made me incredibly happy. I mean, I thought that I could knew from the start he would be a great friend because we always had deep conversations that made us question things and help us to grow up as a people. I mean, I don't have anything, I don't hate him basically, but it's just my only complaint that I wish that this person can be better. I mean, by not thinking anything negative, like more. Basically, that was the problem. Like, I better will tell it more ahead, okay? Alright, so at the end of February, I also learned about passing of someone significant in television. Honestly, I feel sad, but not as devastated I would have been back in 2024. I feel more mature now, more aware that life is a cycle. You live your life to the fullest and then inevitably it comes to an end. It's just another cycle completed. So when someone I admire dies, I understand it's shocking. It's not shocking at all. It's like, well, life sucks and then you die. as Lady McQueen once say. yeah, yeah. I don't know. You guys got it from Cars 3, by the way. That quote of Lady McQueen, but it's a deep message. This month brought some really complex issues. In the first few weeks, I was caught between two sides. On one hand, it felt like I was ignoring. On one hand, it felt like I was ignoring a so-called friend that made me question a lot about him. So I saw and support and realized that one friend told me the following things that I need to prioritize my own well-being, even if it hurts. Like that's the key to know to not let anyone to control your life. Like you need to prioritize your own well. If I don't join someone's company, I won't force it, no matter how much it hurts. I was being drained by so much negativity. That was a problem that I had with the friends of 3 years ago. Remember, like that's the thing. I was getting consumed by negativity, and that's why I was saying things like, you know what, I'm going to isolate myself. Like, I'd rather to be alone. I don't want everyone to stay close to me because I'm a monster, apparently. Because I will stay on the corner, in the dark corner, to do nothing. Like, that's the thing. That's not good to think like that, you know? So, like, that's why it's best to be yourself and think positive. In April, weeks passed since that dramatic tragedy I experienced. I wanted to mark the occasion by making a poster for Rafi to celebrate 1 year being together. Everything seems to be getting better, and it made me happy to think so. But I don't know, I feel like we were reclaiming what we were sharing over the past year. Personal moments, fun times, and more. As things were falling back into place, I found myself wondering if Ravi will do anything special for my birthday. I figured maybe he still feels some distrust toward me, and I couldn't blame him. But in the end, the opposite happened. He really does care about me. He surprised me with a beautiful poster I will never forget. I don't even have the words. I really actually cried, tears, emotion, relief, gratitude. That used to mean the world. And this month as well, I uploaded my episode Disney Freddy's. It blew up! So many people got excited. They loved the episode. Like, that's when I realized that I wanted to focus even more on the series. My birthday turned out to be the best celebration I've had in a long time. Just perfect because it fell on a Friday. I had so much fun, music and all. It was truly beautiful. I hadn't such a joyful birthday in years. This was making my 2025 really better. After all that happiness, I thought it might be over, but nope, the joy kept going. In May, a gift I had uploaded 2 years ago went viral. YouTubers and a lot of people started using it, which made me really happy. Good things began to happen. I got to go to the movies and see the film they've been wanting to watch. I literally started recovering, thinking positively and believing that this year will be better than 2024. So basically this year, in May at least, I went to cinema and I went to watch Lilo Stitch. Yeah, I know. I really enjoyed the movie with my real life friends who enjoyed the movie as well. It was very great to watch it. But, I mean, I feel detailed, but somewhat still entertaining. But that didn't mean the boy disappeared. I feel that emptiness is my dark past. This pain, the sadness of feeling like something's missing. No matter how happy you get or how hard you try to laugh, that emptiness remains deep inside. Still, I try to fight to be happy and believe that this year is going to be the best one yet. And so far, it truly has been. But the happiness, well, didn't last long, at least for a while. In the beginning, my computer kept freezing up, and it turned out it was really dirty inside. That caused the CPU to overheat and get overloaded. So we decided to give it maintenance, and that's when I learned even more about computers. I mean, honestly, I couldn't even blame my computer for being so slow. This taught me a valuable life lesson. I will never do this to you again, computer. Well, I can't promise that, but I'll try to be gentle with you now. But the best part of the month was on June 12th, when I went to watch How to Train Your Dragon. It's such a beautiful movie. It brought me back to my childhood, seeing Toothless on the big screen. It was so emotional. I'm really looking forward to the part 2. All I can say is absolute cinema. Meanwhile, I was working on the final plan. I took my time and imagined everything I needed. Rafi's part, my episode, and even a little bit of James' scene. I wanted to stay organized and go slowly, so I wouldn't rush to finish everything too quickly. Part of me wanted to get it all done early, but another part I thought, maybe it's better to take my time and leave space for other things too. Like, it's not needed to rush at all, because if this was in October, the final release, the release of the final plan, at least, the project. This was a great happiness into my soul, because at first I traveled to Santiago to visit my brothers. I really missed them like a lot. I had an amazing time. I feel relaxed and mentally recharged. A few days after returning, I took a bus to another city to watch Jurassic World Birth in theaters. I love it. It was a thrilling experience. Even some of the pilot feel weak. Critics says, although there was a few plot holes, but mostly it was entertaining, watching dinosaurs and all that stuff. But saying like, oh, it was the best movie, I wouldn't say that, honestly. Like, compared to Jurassic Park, is far. I also found it empowering. I managed to travel like alone just to watch a movie. I feel so excited to go alone because I didn't need companion, because there could be cases that you want to go alone to watch a movie, like if you need it. Mostly in my case, it was because of economy. Like, it was better going through a bus because you waste less money than going in a vehicle. Because I remember that I had to waste $20. Like, in total, I had to waste like, that's a lot, honestly. Like, what you have to waste. So that's why I went through a bus to watch a movie. Which this helped me a lot to do it, because this means that the movie I want to watch, the next movie I want to watch, I wouldn't have any troubles to do it. I'll go alone just to watch my movie that I want to watch, because either it could be an exciting movie that you want to watch, you know. So that's why it was best to do it, all of this progress. So it's been months since I recorded this stuff. Not gonna lie, because I started to record this since July, I think. I started to record all of this since July. However, I can say that it has a good progress of recording. Anyways, now we can continue to talking about how it was my 2025. So in August, I was doing very well. I started very well in August. Although a few other details that make me feel like less motivated, but nothing like that. Because I went to watch the movie Bad Guys too. Honestly, this movie I want to say 10 of 10 in less of words. Like, basically I can literally say again, absolute cinema again. Well, kind of made me feel curious because there wasn't many people who went to watch. I think it was because it was in the week that I went to watch the movie, August Tuesday 5, and there was a few people, but well, even though I enjoying a lot the movie, it wasn't the best movie that I watched this year 2025, and I'm very happy to put the money to a movie that really was worth to watch. That's all I can say. But that's my opinion. Maybe a few other people can say that no, this movie is like better than. Okay, it's fine. It's their opinion. At least for me, it was absolute cinema. That's all I can say. It happened a few weeks. Then I once again went back with him. You know, the guy that I met for years ago. What happened in March? You know what happened in March? That happened it happened a few issues that I rather not to mention, obviously, for personal stuff. The thing is, he told me a few things that he was feeling very bad. And basically because his dog passed away in June, around there, which I understand. Maybe I understand how it feels because in a year ago happened that you see that my dog passed away and all the stuff, and I explained everything how it was my 2024, and then according to him, I'm not sure because I can't even trust in words like that. He understood many things. He learned that about how life works, that you have to spend time with someone or with something that you must love in your life. So for the same reason, he trying to say sorry to me, like feel, that feeling that you understand everything and you just want to apologize and all that stuff and you want to do things better. But I have my questions that he will put me in that depression. But anyways, since I am stronger and I learned everything that when I had to go through in 2024, when you feel something, some power, not power, but basically that you know exactly what you're doing, and you have to try to do actions no matter how the person can feel hurt, but it's for your own well. That's the thing. That's how I felt. So I'm not gonna allow that again. So then we started to talk each other, being happy once again. I mean, James already knew because basically James already knew about. So I told him everything about it. I mean, there was any issue. It was everything fine. Plus, James know that I'm already better on this. After that, I was working in 2 projects. I was working in other projects. Yeah, I was working in 2 projects, and I was so worried because there was 2 projects that got me in a pressure, Well, a little bit of pressure. Both of them are the following ones: Dream Within and The Final Plan. So why Dream Within? Because it was supposed to be that James has to take it out his birthday. Well, that's originally the idea. If not, well, maybe middle of September. And at the end, didn't work because as you can see, it went very middle of the September. So because there was a few delays, for example, voice actors that doesn't look like they wanted to participate, at least only one, because there wasn't any track on them. There was no activity that makes it to be very delayed. The worst of all is that Jane wanted to make an episode of 20 minutes. Yes.
20 minutes.
And plus with the whole topic of the voice actors, then I have another projects in mind. So no way. No. I was like, bro, this can't be possible. Like, no, September can't be impossible. Like, it cannot be possible. In fact, I was feeling very stressed because there was a lot to animate. Because imagine, James put more animators that can help them. 2 or more animators, and one of them was helping me to find a plan, and the other animator barely could do maybe like 5 minutes. A longer scene. And keep in mind, James thought James called Swarm that scene 2 was the most longer. Was the longest one, but oh well. The new guy literally knew, because it was new on the break of Dream Within. Because I was being for years working on Dream Within since maybe season 1. At the end of season 1, around on the middle of season 1, I was working with Dream Within with James. But no, it took the poor guy that was new in Dream Within. Oh god, that's oh well. I thank God that I give the priority to animate the Rafi series. At least 2 episodes, because well, I will never finish this. And more scene appearing to make 20 minutes. Jesus Christ. And the final plan, because there were 2 animators who were getting delayed a lot. Especially one, because there wasn't one person that I was trying to insist and trying to tell him, how's the progress? Hey dude, did you work on something? Hey dude, is there anything, something, you know? And no, he never went back to me. That's the thing. So that makes it look very delayed. And I thought that we'll never take it out in October, because since everything was getting delayed, because in September I wasn't even done, like not even the middle of the animation, like it was supposed to be the 36 minutes. Like, oh my god, how could I do this? Like, anyways, while I didn't have the voice, that current voice that I needed in the animation, in the episode The Dream Within, I tried to make something for Jerry's, and plus my older series that is a remaster of the season 4, but it's that 1 episode and that's it. And keep in mind, I'm still working on it, and I think after I finish this, I may upload a full season 4, but yeah. In this month, basically, I started to focus mostly in the final plan, since I wanted to have something ahead, more progress. At this point, thanks to my skills, I could animate faster, and I could do it very well. Like, it was awesome. However, I wanted to have I wanted to take a few breaks, just to modify a few parts of the scenes of Dream Within, and that I was rendering, modifying, rendering, modify, and that's it. The thing is, I had a problem, a drama that apparently, remember the whole person years ago that I told you? Well, basically, remember that what happened 1 month ago about the remember what I mentioned a few minutes ago about Hinagus? Well, so basically I was blinded once again, according to that person. When you know that I already seen everything, I understood everything to James, and it was about that. And it was about that, I thought he would friend me, but no, somehow he didn't, I don't know. Still, he made it more hypocrite, in my opinion. Because he told, basically, that James is the dramatic, that he does dramas and all that shit, when he calls him most. The other guy calls him most. A lot of dramas on me. while me and James understand each other and we look past our flaws, you know, something like that. We accept each other no matter what. I mean, you can have your limits and all that shit, sure, but another thing is to accept the person how he is. That's the thing. Like if James is like this, then you accept him. You have to know to accept the person. Like if he's like this. For example, if I type something like duh, you know, it's not to offend it. It's not to offend it or anything, but you know, messing around or something like that. But apparently the other guy doesn't like it. He say, no, don't duh me. Don't do that. You know, that's like, and then he blocked the person. And then he unfriended the person. So, okay. It has been a few weeks. And I keep animating a little bit about the final plan. At the end of the month, I already finished the final plan. And I at least finished with the timeline of the 35 repeats a second. What happened while I was doing all that? I sort of got... Well, the other guy came once again to apologize and all that stuff about him and James, James this and James a troublemaker and all that shit. He does dramas and all that crap and blah 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 blah. Okay, so I say okay. I mean, I understand, I guess. Because if the guy hate James, that's on him. But he shouldn't involve me in this. About that, he tried to convince me and tried to make me to stay away from James. That's because it's my thing. If James does something awful, well, we'll try to solve it, okay? Or we'll try to. I'll see what happens. I want to make this things clear, guys. There won't be any person that will try to control the friendship and who I should be and who I shouldn't. Well, I wonder where I learned from that. Also, you're watching this part, letter R. I want to thank you so much, dude. You're a nice person that you taught me all that. Anyways. September can be. I could say that is decent. It's fine. At the end of the month of September, I have tornado. Holy shit! I remember that I had that near my town. Literally, I remember all that stuff. Even appeared in the news. All the news, like national news. However, because a few people started to ask me what happened if I'm good. If there was some disaster, you know, something messing around here in this town where I live. I want to think that I'm very good. I mean, could have been worse, for sure. So, yeah, I'm okay. So, at the end of the month, I finished anime for... I think I was at the 90 or 99%, I remember. And there was a few 2 parts that there's... a feeling basically, and another is a flashback and all that. I wanted to end it for the end because I wanted to think it more about what could I do, because the copyright and all that stuff blocked the video. That's why I wanted to leave it for the end to see what I can do, so I could have more focus on that. Like, I will first animate the plot, all the episode, and then I will animate the other stuff that will require a little. So it will be like, I will think what to do. I could be less worried without any under pressure and all that shit. So yeah. I want to say something that is that this happened at the end of the month, but things were starting to take more actions in October, like at beginning of October. So to be more exact, is that I wanted to admit that as a human, I know it was wrong, and it was basically that I was giving some kind of comment to a person that was having emotion problems, you know, it wasn't making me any better, because I was basically, we were provoking him and bringing him more shit. I really want to apologize for that person, because I was basically throwing more like attempt to a way to making him piss. Like, that's one thing that I was very wrong. However, what he did the other person, I mean, if he has emotion problems, that's on him. Like, I don't wanna get involved in that shit like anymore, because I know it's very bad to do some kind of laughing on him. Unlike others, I learned about that because apparently James is a clown. That's why he deserves to be treated like that. Yeah, sure. All right. Sure. Yeah, sure. That's a good reason. Yeah, that's a good argument. All right. Anyways, yeah, it was basically me and James were thinking, if are we different? Exactly, like to judge something. Like, we all the time see that question all the time in our mind. We keep that in mind, that if are we that different? I asked to someone else, but he can't give a shit. So oh well. What happened? Well, we ended up apologizing after many fights, many bullshit. So to give a reward, I wanted to. Well, I want to be honest. I wanted to promote his channel, but I feel like it wasn't that necessary. So I feel like maybe try to gain his trust and try to do things better. It's a good reward, not just the YouTube and all that shit. I mean, I was starting to understand his emotions. What do I know, or in which position can I have? I love someone while I really don't know anything about what he's going on through his personal life. So like, why the hell are you going to laugh about that guy? That's the thing. I mean, okay, let me clarify this. It's good to vent and talk stuff in private or to your closer friends about someone. It's fine. Like, you have all the rights to vent, to laugh, because you know you're trying to be better than the other person, what the other person does, and he's not following the example that you're trying to give. Okay, that's one thing. But to go to provoke him and trying to make him piss, that's another thing. That's the problem that I really want to apologize about. That, like, it's not really good to do that. Well, basically we have another fight. Something that I really got sick of this guy. Many times he is behaving like a dumbass, like an idiot, you know, like an immature, like not learning about his actions, like keep treating me like shit, you know. Well, not like that, but you know that he basically not appreciating what I do for him, like trying to help him to change and to do things better. Many times I told him that he has to prove that everything has to go through actions and not by words, so then people will trust in him. That's the thing. But the person started to ignore me and then complain at me and making another paragraph about how he was tired of me, that I never look up for his feelings, that I never help him, that I only ended up bothering him and all that shit. Oh my god. At the end I ended up speaking facts on him, like that he's a loser, that loses his friend because on his own, because he decided to do it, not me or not the other person. Like he causes this drama, he causes people, he blocks people for stupid reasons, and then people never come back to him because of the reason. Like, dude, like, are you serious? and then he acts like the victim. So how the hell he expect people to achieve to gain the trust on him if he keeps doing this to himself? I wanna give you a secret tip to do good friends. So you can get many good friends. Like, be yourself. Okay? Don't say many words to the other person, or at least don't try to apologize with a whole paragraph, but do actions. That's the way how you do it. That's the secret to look at things well. Not well. The other person will not trust in you. The person will not believe any shit and until you prove that you're different. Like, the way to prove different is by doing good action, good moves on others. That's the thing. Unlike him, he never learned. After that, he left me once again, throw me the more shitty paragraph that doesn't even worth at this point, because it's only because the person does, like, all of a sudden he's okay, he's like acting very very good, like laughing with you, along with you, and then out of nowhere he started to put a fucking paragraph and telling you that, and the things that I told you, that I mentioned. I'm really not surprised of that, but a few things that details, maybe details that maybe can say, but the majority, well, you have a lot to wish on him. So I didn't give a shit, and then I keep doing things on my own. I finally finished the final plan. I was working since 5 months of work because it caused me so many emotions finishing, and could have played it. The best of all is that people loved it. As a FNAF community, I got many comments of people that remember with a lot of affections on this. After days, I started to work on that and the Christmas special slowly. During October, all the entire month, we were having emotions, like, because a few games were coming here, like Jurassic World Evolution 3, and for James, Pokemon ZA. Things that it was very warm welcome on us. Of happiness, of joy, I started to play more Palworld. I really thought that I lost out the progress because I thought that I could lose everything, but nope. Thank God. Me and James were watching many series, movies about everything, about How to Train Your Dragon. Concluding October, one of the best moments of 2025. Before to finish October, I want to mention one detail, and I've seen that SMG4 uploaded a new video, because this is the recording October 29, okay, of this year, 2025, and there comes a new video, and it's about that SMG4 finished the career as a YouTuber, saying thank you for everything. I really feel very bad, but at the same time I understand, because it's been a long journey of career on YouTube. It's a lot of, like, basically having a lot of fun, a lot of stuff that he has to basically move on to other projects or having other stuff to do to give a next step to the future. And yeah, guys, so it's not like I really feel bad for it because I've been meeting him for since I was 12, 11 years old around. So I feel so bad that he has to go. Finished, but I have to accept it. I have to accept that letting things to go, because it's their decisions, and we have to know how to accept it. Well, basically in this month, November, in the first days, the game Amanda the Adventure just released around in the first week, I think. It was around either, I think it was November 3 or November 4 around. I'm not sure. But honestly, this game was very intense and very dark, if I can explain well. In my opinion, I think they have been improving a lot the plot and the whole horror game. I don't know if I explain myself, but because I remember playing this game for the first time of the Amanda the Adventure 3. I mean, when I started playing the game, I really thought, and I was looking around every single thing, because whatever stuff can happen in the game. Either when a character like Amanda or Wooly talk about or give a strange line, then I look around, because it's something, every single line is important to know. That's the thing. You get stick with the game, with the VHS, with the TV show, innocent TV show there, not innocent at all, so you look around about what's going on. But anyways, I will not talk too much about this in detail, because like I said, this is not opinion. This is not a video exclusive for that. So let's summary on this. After that, things are starting to get intense because politics, and I have to choose the president and all that, the candidate. Which I had to go by force, because you will get a fine. Because if I don't go, they could be like charge me 130 or 120 around. Yeah, I know it's too much, so that's why I have to go to vote. Either I can't expect anything. I can't expect. I don't wanna talk too much about that, but yeah, that's the thing. So during November, I was starting to animate the shorts of James and 3D. And a little bit about my special video. I finished my special video, and in December I will correct everything. That was my plan. That's the plan I have, or I had at least, because I'm recording this November 20, 2025. Got it? The thing is, because James had issues with the PC, and he will probably get at the first days of December, which I had to animate the shorts and finish all of them, because I don't think James will be able to finish on time if he animates his last part, because yeah, he get the computer and good lord knows what else he has to do to set it up and all that stuff in the PC. That's the thing. He has to see if the PC goes well or he still has issues. So it's not like it will be guaranteed that he will fix the PC and will start to animate or start to editing in the same month before Christmas. So yeah, I can't expect too much on this. Like, let's have hope that he could get in on time. But yeah, I think to conclude this month, okay, I get it, guys. I get it. Okay, sorry. I think to conclude this month of November, it happened unexpected. Basically, an OG animator who I used to watch, and I used to be a very big fan of him. It's very hard for me that a person like that could have done this kind of behaviors. Very unusual for someone, especially for someone that was been following him since at the beginning of Final Freddy's 2015 times. Myself of 10 years ago will never imagine that this person will be exposed at this point. You know who I'm talking about, right? Exactly. Right, 99. Honestly, it surprised me everything that has been going for a long time. But look, I'm not really hurt at all because I have been not following him ever since he started to make gameplays and all that stuff. Since he quit the animation entirely. I mean, honestly, it was very entertaining to watch animations that he has been making to entertain the people during 2015 times and 2016. So then he stopped making the gameplays. And I don't know what happened, honestly. I don't know what was the reason until I read Ed Goes Boom comment. And now I understand why. Honestly, it's very shocking to read it. Anyways, basically he kills his channel because that's what happens when a person has so much subscribers, and for that same reason, were making a certain content, and then suddenly change Bruno to another content. It's where at the end most of the people stop watching him, and probably obviously people are forgotten that they are subscribed to Right, even though they didn't watch his videos, because it was mostly watching his animations and all that funny moments that he has been making, like to entertain the people in 2015. It was very a good person to admire. I mean, the animation and all that stuff, the funny entertainment, until this thing happened. Like, I'm not gonna tell too much details on this because it's very awful, very unexpected about what he did. It is very hard for me to believe all this stuff. So I really invite you guys to watch these videos that they talk exclusive about the topic of this person. I only wanted to say something, guys. Fuiste bueno, right, 99. I'm sorry, it's just a Spanish thing that I said. But yeah, basically I'm saying like, basically to say that he's cook. No, that's all I wanted to say, but in Spanish. Meanwhile, the same at the end of the month, I went to watch this Zootopia 2. It was entertaining. I went to watch it with my friends, our real life friends, and my poor pocket will be like, oh, I'm so tired, boss. Man. Hold on there. I'll be fine. Just hold on a bit more. Well, oh well. It was entertaining. It brought me to the 2016 times because that's where I watched the first movie, but in the school, in the basic. I mean, in the primary. And then I met Zootopia. But yeah. And this month, it started very well because I went to cinema to watch FNAF 2 movie. Absolute cinema. Sorry. I mean, once again, I said it. I mean, recently this year, I think I've watched many movies that I really enjoyed to watch. And I'm so proud of it that I went to watch the cinema in the day of the premiere. I'm so glad. And I enjoy it a lot. So I'm so glad that I make my 2025 like this. Like, very great, very awesome. Like, I never had a whole year like this in my entire life, I'm not gonna lie. Well, ever since before 2019 probably, because something like that and stuff, I think. Because well, stuff happened. So nothing to say about it. Like, there are a few details that I wish that they added in the movie, FNAF 2 movie, but it's fine. It's fine. I enjoyed so much the movie in the cinema. After a few weeks, well, it came the once again the second round of the president selections. I mean, about the candidate. It was very, well, not very. Yeah, it was very. Let's say it was very intense, because I was consent of every single thing that could happen. I don't want to give much detail because it's very political, and I don't want to get involved in politics about. I don't want people to think about, have a different perspective on me just because I have some thoughts on this. But anyway, it was something tense. That's all I can say. And I finally finished. Now after that, I finally finished animating and helping my best friend Jameson 3D. I'm so sorry for his PC, his computer, that he has to deal with that during months of this. I'm pretty sure that he was pretty bored because he had nothing to do in his house. Well, I mean, I'm not sure, but probably he was feeling boring, because I know how it feels when you're not in your PC and you want to work, and you need to work, you need to get money, you need to work on something that you enjoy to work on, and without your main tool, you can't do anything. You will be bored. Like, that's how I know, at least that's how it feels, at least. That's why I understand about this, because I lived through this. I mean, like I say, in June I had to go through that crap. My PC was very slow, and I didn't know what to do. I was totally bored and waiting some solution and all that stuff, because I legit couldn't do anything my PC. So somehow, thank God, thanks to my brothers, I had a solution. And yeah, but yeah, I was very bored. I don't know what to do out there. But imagine now, it was for weeks. Now imagine for months to deal with this. Anyways, it was mostly because the company was being ridiculous. I don't want to mention which company, because I don't want to. Just reasons, I know how it works. In fact, all of this, they could have saved much time saying like, okay, if your monitor doesn't work at all, you have to ship the computer to us, and then find us to come up with a solution. And they could have saved all this time. They shouldn't have take that long, you know? Like saying like, I don't know, like, oh, maybe your motherboard, maybe your, I don't know, your cable, maybe your shit. Dude, just send the damn shit over them and they fix this shit. Like, that's what they need to do. If the monitor doesn't work for some reason. It has to do with the, I don't know, I guess I understand, I mean, in a little bit, because they send to James a new GPU and all that stuff, and the GPU is still not working. Even with the new one, didn't work. Like, the monitor wasn't reading at all. So okay, that's fine. But then that moment they should have sent it to them and bring it back to here, which I know it will take months. But I know. Wait. Well, not even that. Like, but okay, it's fine. Things can happen. So they bring it back, the PC back to James, and that's cool. That's fine. Thank God it was working perfectly well. Like, no issues at all. They didn't change anything wrong, like making it worse, you know. Meanwhile, I had to work and I had to animate the special Christmas on James in 3D, while he deal with the bullshit of what he has been through, is going through. So I had to edit, I had to animate, I had to edit again, animate, until I finally finished it. And then Jim just got his PC back. Obviously, he can't help me to animate because he will take long, and the video was almost done, so there's no little point to do that. However, James had to take a small break on this, like until January, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, we'll see what happens in 2026. I can't give it much detail because this is 2025, and I'm not sure what's gonna happen, what to expect in 2026. So that's why I'm making how it was my 2025. So I guess that's it. I mean, that's all. I don't think that there's something else that I can tell in, at least in this month. But that, like, just enjoying Christmas, holidays, and the New Year and all that stuff. I don't think something wrong could happen. I hope so. If not, well, I'm sure that I will upload this because I'm recording this December 28th of 2025. So I'm pretty sure that if there's something to mention in the last date, December 31, I will mention, of course. I will say something related to it, like details and all that stuff. Something wrong or something good. I don't know, but I will mention. Okay. So a few days pass before the new year or 2026. Well, basically something bad happened, and it's best a dog that I used to know passed away, and it was one of the dogs that I met him as a child. It was basically the family of my uncle that passed away, the dog. Okay. I have no words. I mean, it's very bad. It's very sad, but I guess that's how life happens. Like, you at beginning try to get along everything as much as you can with the dog, until it has to be a certain ending that the dog has to pass away, has to be gone. So I guess my dog will play with the other dog that passed away. I have my condolence of that family. My family is from my uncle. I'm really sorry for that happening. I hope everything will get fine. Although it will be hard to try to get over with, because it's the same that I feel with my dog. Like, I honestly have no words on this, but I hope everything will be okay. I know everything will be fine. I hope so. It's really sad. It's really bad. But yeah, guys, I mean, I guess that's how we conclude 2025. It's really sad that things can happen. Something that you can't expect that at the end of the year. Like, you expect to have a wonderful life, a wonderful days of holidays. But, the things when happens like that your own beloved one pass away, to your life goes break down. Your life will have some issues to be happy. There's not much you can do about it, sadly. I still miss my dog about like it's one of the things that I it's hard for me to to go forward. But if there's one thing that you must understand is your dog wouldn't like to see you depressive and sad during all the year. Your dog will wish you to go ahead, to go forward, to have some expectations that your goals, like every animal that you have, I'm pretty sure that will wish you to have the best day, the best year ever. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this chapter. You guys, I ate some popcorns, drinking some soda, and hearing me this story between the beginning of 2025 till the end of 2025. This will be let's hope that 2026 will be a huge beginning for me, or a huge beginning for the channel, and it ends very well in 2026. Let's wish that. Let's hope that. Yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoy, and see you in 2026. You guys are awesome.